recording has started, and I'd like to introduce my guest, Hazel Moore. I'm Reed Knox. I'm located in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a health and wellness coach as well as a realtor, and I represent a number of different multi-level marketing health-related companies. And Hazel Moore is joining us from South Africa, and she is a spiritual master. And we've been working on doing a number of sessions to go over the various emotional problems that plague the human race, one being depression and anxiety, and spiritual mastery. Hazel's last week gave us a wonderful talk on death and dying on her show. She has a show on Sunday, every Sunday at noon Eastern time. It's called Fireside Chat with Hazel Moore, and you can look for that link on Facebook or Twitter. And please feel free to join the conversation every Sunday at noon. Hazel?
Okay, hi Reed, and hi everybody else. Yes, it's Hazel Moore, and I'm the founder of Spiritual Mastery. I am a clairvoyant, transformational life coach and healer, great visionary. I have a really powerful message for the world. And today we were going to talk about depression and anxiety. So let's get going. So the root cause of all depression and all of the maladies upon this planet are because we have separated ourselves in a very literal fashion from our hearts, from our spirits. Now, we're all conditioned to look for some kind of end goal in this world that we live in, and we are all enslaved, literally enslaved to consumerism and everything else out there, that we're trying to fill this emptiness, this numbness going on within our body. So how do we move on from this? What is the solution? The solution is to get back in touch with the spirit within us, that which religion calls God. But of course, many of us are very resistant to the very word God, to the very word religion, because of all of that horrendous church energy, that missionary energy that has been put onto us all since we were little tots hanging onto our mother's apron strings. So let's talk about one of the major emotions that depressed people struggle with. And that most toxic of emotions is shame. And it is the most toxic emotion to deal with. And we try to numb it down, and we try to use no end of drugs, pills, and potions to stop that feeling of shame keeping on rising up within us. Reed sent me a really good article written, I can't remember the chap's name, but it was based around shame and consumerism and all that stuff. So, you know, shame that I can't pay the bills, shame that I can't look after my children. By God, shame that I can't even muster the energy to get up under the duvet, to get a shower, to get on with the day. And all of those outer experiences do stem from shame.
Oh, okay. I think.
And we then, you see, we get this feeling and we start to resist the feeling, and that resistance leads to depression. So we've got these feelings coming up,
and being
terrible lot of noise today. Yeah, everything's being stuffed down because we're trying to depress it down. Nobody wants to listen to us. Our parents, when we're little children, are 99.9% of the time not present with us. They don't want to listen. They don't have time to listen. They don't know how to listen. So we grow up through our youth and our teenage years voiceless. And that gives us a feeling of, I'm invisible. I might as well not be here. Nobody can see me. I need to be heard. And we start pressing those emotions down. And guess what? They stay in us. They stay in our auric field, and they show up to the clairvoyant eye as little people. You know, if you had a real trauma at the age of 5 and you weren't allowed to feel that, and you didn't allow yourself to express it, or your parents didn't understand, you put a lid on it. And that part of you ceases to grow and integrate with the other parts that are coming up to be adult. So we've got all these, what I call sub-personalities, points of impact of trauma that we clamp down on with tension, and they cease to grow, but they still want to be acted out. And numbing them down is not the answer. But of course, what do? We go to the doctor. The doctor is under the influence of the enslavers here on this planet. Terrible noise today, Reed. And so we then turn to the pills, the potions, whether it's street drugs or allopathic medicines. We turn to alcohol, we turn to cigarettes to numb it down even more.
And sugar.
And what we really need to do, and sugar, yes, sugar, sex, all of these, and we become obsessive. We switch essentially from the heart to the mind. The mind is the obsessive part. The mind is what we use to separate ourselves from our feelings. And the heart is what should be the leader. We should lead from the heart. But I also want to bring another dynamic into this that has been revealed to me over my years as working as a metaphysicist, as working as a parapsychologist, and looking into the energy fields of the planet and all of us. And here's the truth. This is the truth that we need to unlock in people. Many people are ready. Many people, when I voice what I'm going to voice now, will not understand what I'm talking about, but they might have an emotional reaction and just start crying, breaking down. And, you know, that's what we need. We need to uncreate everything that has gone before. We need to collapse these certain timelines, and we need to start choosing and creating, first of all, a better connection within ourselves as an individual, and then with each other. We need to turn the TV off. But it's no good just saying, switch the TV off. It's no good saying, go out and be with nature. It's no good saying, stop the drugs, because that is going to solve nothing. Isn't it noisy?
Did you hear the policeman going by?
I thought it was going past my window. Yeah. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. We haven't got very long today, unfortunately, but we're going to be.
We've got about 15
push
minutes
for time,
and we're going to keep this to half an hour. But we will be doing more, so keep your eye peeled for more blabs to come.
So if you are listening to this, the first pointer I can give you is to start to meditate. Now, I know for some of you that very word is going to wind you up more than anything. And I don't mean start to sit still with your eyes shut, repeating a mantra to yourself. For those of you who don't know, a mantra is just a word that you repeat over and over again in the hope that you quieten your thoughts down, in the hope that you quieten your nervous system down. What I'd like you to start doing is just sitting quietly with your eyes open, with a softness around your eyes so that you relax them and look around your external environment. Just with soft eyes, just soften. Slow down your thoughts, slow down your nervous system, And just moment by moment, take a moment, even 30 seconds, to look at your environment, at the colors around you, at your curtains, at your feet, at the floor. And then when your nervous system starts getting agitated again, as though you've had too much coffee, which it will if you are one of these that are anxious and depressed, then stop, go about whatever you're doing, and then do it again. But be aware that anxiety is you in your mind trying to live in the future. That's what anxiety brings up in us when we're trying to live in the future. Depression means essentially we're living in the past. So we're doing everything but living in the now moment, where the only possible full-on permanent cure is, because God, your spirit, can only operate through you in the moment. That's why it's so important. So let's do it now. Soften. Just soften your mind. Slow down. Slow down your thoughts, which in turn slows down your nervous system, your central nervous system. And this is what we want to aim for. We want to aim for going from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. So all of your pent-up anxiety is not feeding from your adrenal glands, that you're going back into your heart. Just soften and relax. So if you feel as though you walk around with your shoulders touching your ears, just feel that. Just really pull up out of your spine, just for 10 seconds, and just because your poor, beautiful body is the battleground for all of your thoughts and all of your emotions. And you're going to end up very, very sick in a physical way, not just depression, which is mental and emotional, and anxiety, but you're going to be very, very sick in your physical body. So that's where I would take you to start. And then, before we do our next show, I'd like you to think about your word for God. Not a rude word, but a word that connects you internally with your spirit. Your spirit is a very refined level of consciousness. It's the creative force that is in every cell of our body, and it's in our soul, and we connect with it at a very deep, visceral level in the body. And our mission, Reed's and mine, starts with what I've just said today. But I'm aware that we've only got a short amount of time, so I'm already, I haven't got anxiety, but I would have, because I'm rushing in the future 10 minutes time, thinking, we've only got 10 minutes.
So let's make good
I
use
think,
of the time we have left to let everybody know about some of the meditations that you have available through your website. And Hazel has some marvelous meditations that she has recorded over the last several years, as she has shared her spiritual journey with the world. And I highly recommend anybody that is moved at all by this recording to please visit Hazel's website, and I think you can download some of them directly, can you not?
Yes, my website is www.hazelmoore.net, and I've got lots of free stuff on there. There's a particularly really a good one where I take you through a process, and it's only about 10 minutes long, but it's where you can experience your soul separately from your body, and then feel your body so that you begin to know the difference of the different levels within yourself, of your multidimensional self. So those things would help enormously for people like yourselves. But I'd really like to get with
can't hear you for some reason. Are you there?
I am, yeah. Can you not see me?
I can't hear you. Oops.
Can you see
I
me?
can see you and I can hear you a little bit.
You know, there's a part of us all that is crazy. Every one of us on the whole planet has got a part of us that is crazed. And it's happening now, I think, on this planet.
Your sound is very
It's so
faint,
noisy.
but I can hear you barely.
Yeah. No. Okay, let's stop this now, Reed, and you and I have a chat about the mechanics of all of this, because this is just not going to work.
Okay, so let me end the blab now, and we will connect with everybody another time. So keep your eyes out for Hazel Moore, Spiritual Mastery. Keep your eye out for me, Reed Knox, Wellness and Health Coach, and we will see you sometime soon. Thank you.